Welcome to the biggest show in the world, Sports Betters TV.
The biggest show in the world is back. What's going on, people? How's everybody doing out there at Sports Betters TV and SportsBettersTV.com? We are sitting here ready to start a new week. It's March, and I got my boy, The Dream, who is absolutely on fire on the other line. What's going on, Playboy? How you doing out there?
Happening out there, SBTVNation. The Dream is in the house. We had the most incredible run. Last 2 days have just been, dude, they just been, been amazing. Been a lot of fun. Also been humbling at the same time. Just helping out people and putting that money out there. I wrote to somebody last night. I tweeted last night, late night, and I tweeted that, I don't have the kind of money, to give everybody a couple $100, be like, hey, here's a couple $100. You know what I mean? I wish I did have that kind of money. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But it works just as well for me if I could give out a couple of winning plays and knowing some people went out, maybe cash some tickets, maybe bought an extra something for their wife, maybe something for their kids. I don't know, put some food on your table or something. Dude, you know what? For me to hear that and me to know that my plays might have added to that, dude, it makes this whole thing well worth doing.
All day. Or on the flip side of it, if just of some of the stuff that we preach about, going easy, not chasing and stuff like that helps save some people money. On top of it, man, it's another thing that's good,
No doubt, definitely. Anything, if it's our style, if it's, some of the information we got, whatever we did, if we helped you out, man, at the end of the day, it helps me sleep better at night. You know what I mean? My little way of, let's say, giving back. I'm not a church goer or into church too much, so I guess you could call it, this is my little way of doing my church type of thing.
And it's free, baby. It's 100% free.
Y'all know that right there. That right there is perfect payment.
Wow, unbelievable. Wow, good morning, guys. How is everybody doing out there, kid? We woke up. We got a bunch of snow on the ground, and, I made it. I got it here on time, kid, and I'm just, I'm feeling pretty good, man.
Dude, I got to be honest with you. The winter now in Connecticut just went from, it went from being, somewhat mild to now it just got stupid because, I don't know, you guys who don't know about the East Coast or maybe Connecticut, but you generally by February, we're done with snow. We get snow, typically, November, December, January, we get banged up. By February, you get maybe one or two, maybe a little heaviness, one maybe storm at the end of the month. But right now what we're getting is, we're getting all the stuff that we didn't get. We're getting it all in February. And I got to be honest with you, right now, I feel like going upstairs, right, and taking a stainless steel pot, putting it in my microwave, and turning my microwave on 2 hours, get my family in the car, okay, with the pictures and photos and teddy bears, and going for a long, long drive.
And never coming back. Well, hey, anybody that's out, because I know Las Vegas is listening. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what? Build us a studio. Build us something nice. And you know what? We'll be more than happy to come out and do the show in Las Vegas every single day and have some of the heat wave running wild out there instead of this snow. You know what I mean?
No doubt. Big ups to Papa Bear, my man DJ. Dr. J is out there this morning. Irvin's on the mic. Big Mike is out. Snoopy Betts is up. Tav, Bookies fear us. My boy Papa Smurf is contributing to the nation as well. Good morning to him. Good morning to everybody out there, man. Great weekend. In general, yesterday was the icing on the cake. Is the Monday Line Parlay did cash late. We did. I went ham on the Clippers.
Yeah, you did.
So I went bananas on the Clippers. I'm upstairs. I didn't like the Clippers till we did the show. And as we're doing the show, I'm looking at one. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I'm thinking about you because nobody hates the Bulls more than you. And I'm thinking about you. And then I'm like, Derrick Rose is out. I'm like, and the Bulls struggle with whoever comes in here and they play. I'm like, how would the Clippers be given one? So after I put the play in, because I had put it in like my money line parlay to close out a couple of those spots, I'm like laying in bed and I'm saying, dude, you know what? You should pound the Clippers, because the Clippers should kill the Bulls. You know, one of those things that's just running around in the back of your mind.
Yep.
It's like, dude, there's no way the Clippers should kill the Bulls. I don't care that they're on the road. You know, I'm talking to myself because, you know, I was at that point where I was up a lot and didn't want to, you know, risk it to go down because it was like, you know, you worked hard for it, so don't throw it all back. But my mind is like, yo, are you stupid? There's no way the Bulls are beating the Clippers. So I went back in and I smashed the Clippers yesterday. And what a time, man. I tell you, thank that the intuition every now and then comes through in the clutch. And that was a very, very nice hit. We did have stomach aches with Wisconsin not covering, but the money line worked, and we had a stomach ache with the Ohio State University. And gang, real quick about the Ohio State University, I forgot all about to let you guys know, after we had won the first two games, we were supposed to money line Purdue. Now we skated and it was minimal damage, but like we didn't have any damage because Ohio State ended up pulling the game out. But for a while there, it was looking real ugly.
Dude, they were down 11 at the half, bro. I was like, oh, man. And I actually, dude, you know what, guys? This is why I moneyline, because I had the Ohio State University -9, and I had them in a moneyline parlay, and I won my moneyline parlay, but I lost the -9. And I ended up getting the Pacers -11, which was money, which was one of my favorite plays of the day. Dude, everything we talked about on the show came true, man.
Yeah, I know. You know what I loved is that Golden State. Remember we hit the Golden State Celtics under?
Yes.
That was right on point. I played that, but I played it in a teaser, and I had UCLA. I did it money line. I teased because I wanted to add the extra points onto the under, and it was no need. I really should have just got rid of points with UCLA, as they did not cover their spread as well. But yesterday just was a real nice, real interesting gambling day. I mean, it started off with winning the soccer game in the morning. It progressed to the Clippers. Then I ended up hitting Houston. Me and Dr. Dizzle were all over Houston at 3 o'clock, which was a nice hit as well. Then we went on to hit the Wisconsin game, and I got Providence in there as well. I mean, just a lot of winning, and you guys know that it doesn't continue, so be careful and heed the warning.
All day long. Well, you know what? I got a little something to share with the audience here. You know, I'm taking a look at this, and last night I'm laying in bed, and I started thinking about my futures. And I think, Dream, you're going to like this.
Okay.
So I started thinking about my futures, right? So now I start going, and I'm like, all right, well, let's take a look at it. Now, every team is like, you know, Wisconsin is number 2 at, you know, plus 1,000. The Dukies are number 3 at plus 1,200. Arizona's plus 1,200, you know, blah, blah, blah. So I just keep coming back to Kentucky, and I'm coming back to Kentucky. I mean, listen, the whole team is like 6'10". I'm like, they're you know what I'm saying? Well, most of these teams are, you know, they got like 1 7-footer and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Kentucky, the whole squad is like that. So I'm like, all right.
I know.
I'm like, all right.
They just keep throwing bigs at you.
Yeah. and they could shoot the 3 ball. I mean, they've been getting out rebounded a little bit, which is surprising. But for the most part, I'm just like, all right. So you got this Kentucky team. So then I start looking at the future for them to go undefeated, and I found it at plus 165. It's not a future. It's called a prop bet. Okay. Yep. So I'm looking at it. You know, now I'm thinking about taking it. I'm like, you know, I got some money in the account. I'm thinking about taking it, right? So then I look and I say, let me just do parlay just for the hell of it. You could put that in a parlay and leave one spot open, dude. Think about that for a minute. Yeah, Kentucky plus 165, and then you leave another spot open. Now, so I'm thinking about this. I'm like, I wonder if the books will let me put Kentucky as a game play as the second leg of it.
It won't.
Are you sure about that? I'm gonna try it tomorrow night.
I'm
gonna try it tomorrow night and see if it works.
Yeah, try it tomorrow night. I'm almost positive it wouldn't work. We were having the same problem. Remember in the Super Bowl when I took the Marshawn Lynch to score a touchdown prop, and then we were trying to get some other props and it wouldn't let us parlay them together.
Yeah. All right, won't let you do it. But even still, okay, let's say that's wishful thinking. But in my mindset, I'm like, oh. Damn, I'll just throw Kentucky on the last game and then it'll be like plus 3,000 or whatever it ends up being. You know what I'm saying? On $1,000 or whatever. So what I'm thinking though is I'm thinking about opening up a bunch of parlays where I have two and three teams, 2 and 3, and leaving them open with Kentucky with that plus 165 future to go undefeated for the year.
Yeah, that's it. I actually, you know what? I do like that idea. I already do. I took Kentucky a week and a half ago, I think. We were talking about it. I took them that Wednesday. We were talking about it about 2 weeks ago to win the whole thing. I did not think about the parlay option, which is an awesome idea. I do that constantly. Guys, if there's something that you like that you almost are certain is going to cash, like I was big on that Rossi girl. I didn't think she was going to win like that, but I thought she was going to win. I put it in, and then I left like 2 to 3 spots open. I think I left 2 spots open, but you could leave 2 to 3 spots open. Now, the only thing that I do have to say, which is ironic about this, we started doing this, like 2 years ago, I think? Both of us started doing it like 2 years ago.
Doing, futures and stuff like that?
No, leaving them open. Doing the parlays.
Oh, yeah. A couple years ago, yeah.
Yeah, a couple years ago we started doing this, and we were really successful at this. Do you know that this year, with me personally, honestly, do you know that I've probably lost more of these open ones than I've won?
That's surprising.
Yeah, I know, dude. I know. I was talking about it with Dank the other night. We were tweeting back and forth or DMing, and I've lost more of the open parlays than I won. And then what's silly is, I got the open par, right? But let's say tonight. Maybe I got the open par with Kentucky, right? But tonight I got, I'm going to take Syracuse. But, I don't love Syracuse. So I don't want to put them in the par because I don't want them to wreck the par. Because to me, I want to have, short shot teams in the parlay. Then Syracuse goes and wins and covers. Now I'm kicking myself and I'm mad because that was a spot I could have filled in the par and I let it go. Dude, I've done that. I can't tell you how many times I did that this year in football season.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to open up a bunch of parlays just so I can get better value on the future with Kentucky.
Smart.
So I'm going to do that, and then I'm definitely going to get the Dukies, dude. 12-1 now, bro.
I know. You told me. You hit me with it yesterday, and I was all for it. I think it's a great option because anything can happen, even though I don't think it's going to happen, but anything can happen.
I also like this Arizona team. I didn't like them last year, but I don't know if I'm going to take them, though. I'm not putting that out there, guys. It's 12-1. You know what? I think they will get beat, but I think they'll make it into an Elite 8 or something like that. I think they're going to go pretty far.
Just not battle-tested enough in that, with their, where they play at. You know what I mean? If they were on, if they were in the ACC or, I don't know, another conference, the Pac-10, I might feel a little bit better. But, where they're at, they just don't play, the big dogs enough. They're not playing the beefier teams, the teams that, muscle them inside enough. So they just haven't seen the array of talent that is going to be put towards them or at them in the NCAA tournament on, night in and night out as they go through the 3 games a night or however it works out to be. I just don't. I don't. I think the highest they could go, I think it would be the 8. I don't see them in the 4. I like them maybe to go to the 8, but I think that might even be overachieving. But it all depends. All of this depends on where the seeds are at.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I was looking at the guy Joe Lenardi's breakdowns of it last night. You know what I mean? He's got all the teams that he thinks are going to get in, and they seem to think that this guy is like the holy grail of picking the seeding and stuff like that. Which last year I got to be honest with you, I was looking at his seeding, and then they came out with it, and it was completely upside down. I mean, the teams were right, but the seeding was so far off. He had like it was just crazy. Like 3 of the top 8 teams in the same bracket, and they ended up all split up, and it was just absolute madness. So, guys, if you want to use that for maybe just the teams that you think are going to get in, that's one thing, but don't pay attention to them brackets that he puts out there because they're off big time. Last year, or maybe it'll be better this year, but I don't know, man. Parlay in Kentucky plus 165 with something else, to win the whole thing is pretty damn good. I got to be honest with you about that. So I'm going to look at that. I may even leave it open for WrestleMania, kid.
I absolutely like it, dude. I told you, it's an awesome idea. I leave open parlays all the time. I'll go in there and have maybe 2 to 3 pending sometimes. Where because like I said, some teams I just don't love as much as other situations, and I don't want to mix them. So I'll just start another one. You know what I mean?
No doubt. No doubt. All right, man. So you got scores up from yesterday, Playboy?
I most certainly do. The Clippers made my day yesterday, beating the Bulls 96-86. The Cleveland Cavaliers lost to the Rockets. And, let's talk about that.
Oh.
We got to talk about that. Your boy ruined the game.
Son, my boy is going to go nuts on the next game. I'm going to tell you right now. Because
your boy ruined the game.
I know.
I don't know what he got into, but at the end of the game, it was like he just wanted it. I've seen him be aggressive, but I've never really seen him act kind of like he acted yesterday at the end of that game. Especially, he had taken a couple of shots prior to the end game in in the regular time, not in the overtime. But he had taken a couple of shots, and LeBron's one of those streaky shooters that when he's shooting and hammering it, it's going, it's like nothing but net.
Yeah.
But when he's missing, it's dinging off the rim. He'll miss, he'll miss a few. So you could just tell it's not money. He's, forget it. Just he's not going to hit. So he needs to drive the ball. But he had missed a few shots, and I felt like he shouldn't try to take a jump shot. He should definitely try to drive it in if he's going to take the last shot, which I had no problem with him taking the last shot. But I felt like he should have, at least drove the ball in, try to get a high percentage shot, layup, something, foul, whatever it may have you, okay? But that's not what he did. It was like he was trying to take the last shot and trying to take a 3 at that. It was like almost like he was trying to beat a dream. Like he was trying to run that last money line parlay just to show that he was stupid dope. So I could blow. You know what I mean? Like I was gonna take a money line parlay with the Sixers, the Knicks, and the Kings just to show, to try to show the cappers that I'm the bomb. You know what I mean? And it get blown up in my face.
Oh my
he took the
God!
Shot, just a bad shot, man. I didn't like it. He could have passed the ball off. Everybody's standing around looking at him. He ruined that game, and you're right. He'll probably come out the next game and go absolutely bananas. But he lost that game for them.
Yeah, definitely. But I stayed away from that game, and I was thinking about him, but I was like, with no Kyrie Irving, I'm like, nah. You know what? I think I'll get involved in some other stuff. But keep going. What else you got?
Hey, it was nice seeing Houston. You know what? I like the way Houston kept their composure, even though they kind of blew the game at the end too. They should have got beat, but they did keep their composure. That Harden play where he hooked LeBron's arms at the end, I don't know what the refs were doing there. So that was a foul. Look, the end of that game was kind of bizarre, but nonetheless, I still give them a little bit for them holding it down and not losing their composure and not getting blown out. And on to the rest of the scores. We had the Hornets over the Magic, 98-83. The Pacers beat the 76ers, 94-74, which we were all over as well. We liked the Pacers yesterday. Portland Trailblazers beat the Sacramento Kings, 110-99. Golden State Warriors beat the Celtics. And I told you guys that Celtic team is pesty, plays really hard, and Golden State did not cover, beating them 106-101.
Dude, they were down 26 points in that game, brother.
Golden State was happy to get out of Boston.
They came back and won the game being down 26 points in the second quarter, bro. Wow.
But it was definitely way more than they thought they was going to have to go through to get it done. But yeah, they did get it done there. The Thunder beat the Lake Show 108-101, and the Pelicans beat the Nuggets 99-92. Over on the ice, we had some interesting stories. You know, the ice was heavy with scoring again yesterday, except for the game that I was looking at that I thought would be highly scored, as the Ducks only beat the Stars 3-1. The Kings lost to the Jets 5-2. The Panthers beat the Lightning 4-3. The Blue Jackets lose to the Penguins 5-3. The Capitals 4-0 over the Maple Leafs, and the Canucks beat the Blues 6-5.
Wow, that's a lot of scoring. I mean, do you think that you think it behooves you to take some of these at, like, I mean, it would be heavier juice, but like plus, over 4? You know what I mean? If you were to buy them down,
you usually can't get the 4. Usually the lowest you can get is the 4.5. If the line's 5.5, they only usually let you go down a full point.
Oh,
they
okay.
won't let you go down to the 4. I wish you could get the 4. I'd be all over it. But yeah, they only let you go down to the 4.5. But you know what? I don't even. Maybe there's. You got, hey, holler back. If you're getting 4s, if somebody finds 4s somewhere and you're offering 5.5, holler back, man. I'm interested.
Oh, definitely. Big shout out to Philly's picks out there. Slim Daddy wins. Cover that spread. Direct Sports Solutions. I've been getting down with some money line parlays with that cat. Andy Mack, Woodbine fan. Matty Fresh, Ben Stack's been killing it out there. Immaculate, Clown Man Swag, Sir Mata, Emser, J-Cass, Armadinero, Lou Dog, Dr. J, Eddie E, Big Mac Plays. What's up, kid? Tav, Snoopy Bets, Bookies Fear Us, Total Sports Edge, Super Mario in Connecticut. How's the snow feeling out there, brother? Boston Boy and LVCC, just to name a few.
All right. Over on the NCAA side, we had UConn.
Oh, they got you. SMU-ski got me, man.
UConn beat SMU 81-73 in a game. I tried to get my boy
You
to leave alone.
did. I didn't go crazy on it, but you know what, man? I when I sat in front of the damn TV in the second half, SMU-ski was up.
Yep.
And so I'm like, all right, so I brought the mush on myself by watching the damn game. Because as soon as I started watching it, UConn went on a tear. I was like,
you know what the thing is, dude? What I didn't like about this game is just the programs. You know what I mean? This game reminds me of when UConn went to play Oklahoma in college football in that bowl game.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just talking about two different levels of programs. I mean, UConn is an A-plus basketball entity, right, with Duke, North Carolina, Kentucky, Kansas. I mean, it's the superstar cream of the crop, basketball programs. And you're talking about a SMU program that is, getting it going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of pride, and not to mention that UConn are the defending national champions.
Well, you know what? That holds true in that search.
Win the national title.
Yeah, I mean that holds true in that kind of situation. But if Northern Iowa came into UConn, you know damn well I'd be all over Northern Iowa.
Yeah, no, different caliber of recruits though for that, and that's what I mean by when I say class of programs. Just the caliber of the recruitment, you're going to get a little different type of an athlete in general. But hey, nice try, man. Anything can happen. It is hoops. So
yeah, whatever.
Good try for you.
Whatever.
We had Houston Cougars over South Florida 72-55. California beat Oregon State 73-56. Providence over Marquette 77-66. Wisconsin played everybody at the end of the game 63-60, 68-61.
Yo, they were up 20, dude. They're up 20, and then all of a sudden you blink your eyes and Sparty's like down like 9. You're like, oh, brutal. Unbelievable.
Big up the Funk Doc. Funk Doc hit the Oregon yesterday. So big ups to him as he gave out Oregon to beat Stanford, Dr. Dizzle.
Yep. He's been taking some underdog money lines that have been hitting lately, dude. So you might want to pay attention to that. That's how he ended up getting us in the SBTV 500 contest, remember? No
kidding, right? Yeah. Yeah, Funk Doc got with the Oregon Ducks yesterday and beat Stanford 73-70. Great call by him. I'm I'm a little shocked at this game because I actually expected Stanford to win, and I follow Oregon. I'm kind of big on them as far as the hoop team and what they've been accomplishing this year. So big ups to him. Purdue made a very interesting game as the Ohio State and had to come back from way down to beat them, but they did manage to do it 65-61. You had Colorado 87-81 over Arizona State, and UCLA, another team, wanted to be given a boatload of points. I think it was 15 at like 9:30 last night, and they want to win 72-67 over Washington State and not cover their spread. And as you guys know, this is the home of the money line parlay. So if you got down with any of those teams, hopefully you money line parlay and you cashed.
Yes, definitely, man. So is that it for the scores?
That's it, player.
So it looks like we're gonna have to look at some money for the day today. See if we can pick some stuff up. I got to be honest with you guys. You know, your boy now is focused on really dissecting college basketball and making some future money. So that's what I'm looking at. Everything from now on until then is going to be very light plays from day to day to day. And I'm going to be doing my homework, man, because I'm going to try to find some of them underdogs that I think are going to make some noise. You know, throw a few dollars on them like I did with UConn last year at 120-1. I made almost $8,000 on $65. So that's the kind of stuff that I'm going to be looking at. So just bear with me here, and I'll share it with you guys, man, if we can find some money out there. But taking a look at this college hoop, let's just see what we got. I think that's what we'll start with today, Dream.
Yes, sir.
Let's just take a peek here. Let me just pull it up. It's going to take me a minute. We got Baylor at Texas tonight, bro. Texas is -2 to 2.5. Texas giving Baylor points.
Texas's back is so against the wall.
Yeah.
You know, it's so against the wall right now. You talk about a must-win situation. I mean, they are definitely in it. If they got any hopes at getting in the tourney, and I don't think that they even can get in. You know, I don't even know if a win here even gets them in, but it does at least put them in the conversation. And I mean, because their schedule's been heavy, man. I don't think they can do it. I honestly don't. I think they're out of gas. I think they're tired. I think they're tired of fighting. I think the fought has been taken out of them. They've been playing just a lot of really talented teams, you know, on the road and at home. It just isn't working. It hasn't meshed together. And I think this is a tired Texas team. And I think Baylor's going to lay it to smack it down on them, actually. But I'm not going to go near the game with any money because I don't know. Maybe Texas does have still that last little bit of life in them. They are kids, you know, maybe the coach can say something to get them to rise above. I don't know what, but I am not going to get involved with it financially. You guys, if you like it, do what you got to do, but I'm leaning on Baylor because I think Texas is out of gas.
All right, taking a look at it. I mean, they're really good down low. They block a lot of shots, dude. They block shots for days, these guys.
Texas.
So, yeah, Texas.
Yeah, but they block shots, but I think some of their opponents, if you look, they've played opponents with, like you said, with, you know, one big man and a bunch of, you know, smaller guys. Baylor's kind of a taller team.
Yeah, they got, I forgot who it was. They got one big man down there that goes bananas. But let's take a look at this real quick. Emzer's telling me that if you go on Bet365, which is an international book, that they have over four goals in hockey. But the juice is like -500, bro. So that's right up your alley, brother.
Yeah, right?
Rainmaker's telling me that you also got conference tourneys that you can look at as far as futures are concerned. So I like that. So we'll take a look at that and see where it lands. But let's see. We got Virginia at Syracuse today. We got Virginia -5.5 to 6. Over 113.5 to 115. These are the kind of days that make me not want to bet college basketball, man. Let me just tell you, because this game got ugly written all over it, too. I mean, Virginia can come in. I can't understand this Virginia team. They'll come out and win by 40 points, and then the next game, you know, be struggling to even win the game. So, I don't know.
I think it all feeds off your defense. Obviously, that's what they take their pride in. You know, You get teams come down and you see these kids all, dude. How many times are you looking at these kids take shots and you're like, dude, why did you just take that shot? It's like you got 20 more seconds left on the clock. You could have kicked the ball back out. You could have reset the offense and got like a somewhat better shot. Meantime, you got some kid down there that's like, 5'9.5" down here with a 6'10" guy, and he's trying to go underneath them and live out his Michael Jordan fantasies and just looking stupid.
Oh, I know. How about, hey, on a side note, what about Kaminsky hitting threes yesterday, dude?
Yeah, I know, right?
I was like, oh, what we got? What was he trying to be like, Kevin Love over here? What's he got?
Dirt.
He hit him, though. We went like 3 for 3, I think. And
I feel so bad for Kaminsky. Hopefully he goes somewhere dope like the Cavaliers, which I know he's not going, or like the Clippers. Because if he ends up on like the Sixers,
if
he ends up like on the 76ers, oh my Lord!
And you know what? I think he's going to be going into the draft this year too. So
yeah, no, he's a senior. He's got no choice.
That's going to be a very interesting situation there.
He's wishing he could stay in college like another year.
I know. All right, so taking a look at that, just real quick about Virginia and Cuse. Let's take a look at the preview here. Virginia, obviously, is 27-1, trying to solidify that number 1 seed. Winners of 8 straight games. 5-1 against the spread in the last 7 games, though. 9-2 against the spread in the last 11 games on the road. So they're playing halfway decent on the road. Syracuse,
because they play defense.
Yeah, right. Syracuse is 18-11. 3-9-1 against the spread in the last 13 games, and 1-6 against the spread in the last 7 games at home. Wow, I don't know about this game. I think you just kind of watch and see if Virginia gives stomach aches or not.
What's the total again?
The total is low, dude. It's 113.5 to 115 on this game.
Yeah, I figured. This is like a ugly. This is the Steelers versus Cleveland. That's what this game is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
This is like a ugly game. I haven't been impressed with Syracuse this year offensively at all. I also have talked about how that zone that they play, this team probably plays it the worst out of all the Boeheim zone teams that I've seen play it. They leave the back end of that zone open, alley-oops and dunks on the back end all the time. I remember Miami went crazy dunking on the back end of that zone that they play, and Duke exposed it a little bit the other day. And I feel bad I wasn't on the mic on Saturday, because when Duke played them, I've said this before. I hope maybe somebody listened. Duke is built to destroy the 2-3 zone, because Duke has aggressive guards that will drive the ball in. That means the zone collapse to the inside. Then they got the 3-pointer that they can kick it out, or they got the big man that can get the ball. Duke was this put together. Absolutely, they were made to beat Syracuse. So there was kind of no doubt in my mind when they played Syracuse the other on Saturday at home, especially, that they would be pretty successful, or at least statistically it worked in their favor. That being said, I think Virginia is going to beat Syracuse. While Virginia doesn't do it for me offensively, I can't deny that they play good defense. And Syracuse offensively, they really don't have a lot to offer you. They got a couple of scorers. Their senior, point guard, he's kind of dope. But outside of that, they don't show you anything that really, scares you offensively. No. So I think Virginia will find a way to grind it out and get this game won.
All right, but it's probably something that you're not going to put your money on.
No, I'm not going to be involved in this. No, I won't.
Definitely not. So taking a look at this, I think these two teams are so similar, and I think you could actually throw the Ohio State University in to be like a 3-pack of mirror teams here. You got Oklahoma coming into Iowa State, bro.
Yes.
Am I wrong? What do you think? You see the similarities?
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, they should all have the same odds. It's just crazy.
100%, brother.
Oklahoma coming into Iowa State. Iowa State is -5, over 150.5 to 151. No interest in this game either, bro. The college ticket is tough tonight.
Well, I mean, it's tight. It's tightened up, and you got a couple of situations where you got a couple teams in some, need to win, and a couple of other teams that, want to win. So it's, like you said, it is tight and tough. In this game, again, I am going to lean. I think Iowa State finds a way. I really do. Just being at home, I think that's why I'm going to give them the nudge. I think they find a way to get this game won. This is going to be, listen, all them games we just mentioned are going to be competitive. None of those Dr. Dan obliviation games.
Yeah, I mean, they do have identical records, by the way, 20-8.
Right.
So, hey, we'll see where these end up, man. So, Oklahoma is winners of 3 straight games, 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 games, though. So if you've been betting them against the spread, you've been crying a river. But if you've been money lining them, they're 8-1 straight up in the last 9. So you've been doing halfway decent there. And Iowa State is 7-1 straight up in the last 8 games at home.
And you know what I find funny is I'm sure that most of you guys are a lot like me, where you start off in the morning and the games look ugly, right?
Yeah, right.
And as it gets later on in the day, the games start getting more attractive. It's almost like being at the bar and that young lady across from you.
Looking dusty at the beginning.
With the missing front tooth is looking dusty. And then all your other options are leaving with their dudes. And you're like, hey, you know what? Baby
Dude,
girl ain't so bad.
That is such a perfect analogy, bro. That is spot on, kid.
Baby girl ain't so bad. I don't know, man. For some reason, I feel like Iowa State can figure out a way to get this done. I know most of the stats favor Oklahoma, and I've ridden Oklahoma all season. I got to be honest with you. I've won a lot with Oklahoma this season. So for me, I'm not one to bet against a team that I'm typically betting with. So I'm going to back off and watch. But this is one of those spots where I just feel like Iowa State is going to find a way to win this game.
Okay. All right. My boy Rainmaker's telling me it's a revenge spot for them as well. So for Iowa State. So we'll see what happens with that. The last one I have on a ticket here is, so it's a really light card today. We got Boston College at Va Tech. So, ugly game. Really ugly game. That is a stinker, to say the least. Let me just take a look real quick and see what we got. March 2nd. Well, there's a lot of junky games that are not posted yet as far as lines are concerned, guys. So you might want to take a look at that later on. But both of these teams mirror images of each other here. Boston College is 10-18. Va Tech is 10-19. Boston College is 1-9 straight up in the last 10 games. And Va Tech is losers of 5 straight games. So taking a look at this, be my guest to take this game, but I am not doing. God, awful. Take the home team. I don't know. I'm just playing around, dude. I got no interest. Boston College 1-11 straight up in the last 12 games on the road. They did play Pitt a little bit tough. I got to give them that the other night. They were down 15 and went to a 15-0 run, but I don't know, man. I can't mess with that. What do you think?
I'm not a big fan of this game. Why put your money on something that you got no idea? Like I said, I don't like getting involved in competitive games, guys. You know that. I want to get involved in, something where I could just kick back and be like, okay, that's over. Now let me get back to, playing trouble with the kids.
Yes. Yes.
But this right here got stomachache written all over it. Virginia Tech, you don't know which team's going to show up today for them. Boston College, you don't know what team's going to show up for them. Like Rob said, if you're going to pick a side, go with the home team.
Right. I mean, Va Tech's got to feel a little decent about themselves playing Virginia so tough, but nah, no interest here. No interest at all. I
would say out of the 3, I would lean mostly towards Virginia. Would be my favorite in a money line, guys. Virginia, and I guess if I had to, I really would go ahead and take Baylor, because I just think Texas is spent. I really do. I think they're done.
All right, I'm not betting any of these games. I don't know about you, but I am not betting any of these games.
Well, we'll see. 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Yeah, right.
Take a look. Look at the Twitter. There might be something out there from the dream. As I said, as the day gets longer on, things start getting a little bit more attractive to me. Gets a little bit more clearer. So I will put something out if I do something.
My man Woodbine fan is saying Boston College is his best bet of the day today.
Nice.
Interesting. Okay. Taking a look at this, let's just see NBAs. We got it's Monday, March 2nd, and we got a 7:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time start.
You better hope they come out and win, because we'll be opening up with your ass tomorrow. As your best bet of the day.
Oh, I know, no doubt.
Would you start saying stuff like that? Because words and phrases like that get people motivated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People start taking a look at you. Right?
Oh, we
I
know the feeling. We know the feeling.
Yeah, when you say I like Boston College to win, or I see an upset here, hey, it's cool. But when you start doing that best bet of the day, 5-star, dollar blowout, that's going to get you a hello.
Yeah. All right, so I want to point this out there that Toronto's coming into the Philadelphia 76ers today. In Philadelphia, you already know that they cover a lot at home, and they're getting plus 8.5 points. This Toronto team's pretty good. I can't really decide what they've been doing these days, though. The under-over is 193. God, you know what? I like betting against Philly on the road. That's pretty much all I like to do. And they just played last night, but they're coming home to host Toronto. Dream, what's going on with this Toronto team?
Well, the first thing we got is, all right, now their last loss was to the Knicks, right?
Yep.
And that was the emotional, that was the Anthony Mason thing. So I'm going to give them a slight pass on that, as, the Knicks. But, God, it's hard because it was the Knicks. But I'm going to try to work with them with that, as, sports are an emotional thing. And if you can get the emotions in the right, channeled in the right direction, you can come up with a win. Outside of that, though, the Raptors have been, very, very inconsistent. It kind of happened, in the middle of the break. I mean, when we were in Las Vegas at Mom Museum, we were talking with Teddy Szymanski, and he was saying that after they played Portland, when the Raptors played Portland, something seemed to happen to them in that particular game, and they haven't really recovered from that. That being said, dude, listen. You're struggling right now. They know they're struggling. They're hearing their own press. The coaches are talking, and they're coming to play one of the worst teams in basketball. So, look, if there's any time to get your season on track, it's tonight.
Yep, definitely.
So I'm saying, I think if you can get the points away out of the equation, I think you got to take the Raptors to bounce back. This is a game that they should win, they could win, and they probably will win. So this is why I like this game. If I'm getting involved tonight, this game has been on my radar. I looked at it last night. On my radar as one of my possible options today, because the Raptors are desperate for a win right now, and they should be able to.
Taking a look at it, man. I mean, the last time we played each other, they were in Philly, and Toronto won by 5 points.
Okay.
That was back in January, but I like to take a look at the game logs for Philly, because Philly, I mean, they let's see, 1 and 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2 and 8 in the last 10. But when they're home is when they pull their victories. So,
right.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Good. You know what? You better not be laying those points. That's all I got to say about that. You better be doing a money line. It's only minus 395, so you could probably get that with something else and make some money there. But don't expect it to be a blowout like you want. You know what I mean? It could be very much, but if it's not, don't be surprised.
I see it, and that's the way I see it. I see the Raptors, winning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Either they win by 4 or 5, or they blow them out.
Okay. All right, so we'll take a look at it, see where it lands. My man covered it.
You should know what this game's going to do probably by mid-first quarter. If it's tight by mid-first quarter, then you got a problem. And if Raptors are out and running, I mean, it's just like the Spurs on Saturday. The Spurs Friday started out was a bit of a stomach ache and kind of remained that way the whole game. But Saturday, when I doubled down on them that Saturday, I knew that the Spurs were on, because they had ripped out to a 26 lead right out of the gate, and it just kept on rolling, and it never was really in question.
Definitely not, brother. Definitely not. So taking a look at this, we got Golden State coming into Brooklyn. And Golden State is minus 5 to 5.5, under over 206.5 to 207. And guys, what I also thought about doing, going back to futures, I was thinking, call me crazy, but I was thinking about actually taking one play and doing the Kentucky to go undefeated prop, and then wait for the NBA to release futures as props, like Golden State to win the West type thing, or how they do like Golden State to win the West or the field to win it, and put that in the parlay. I was thinking about doing stuff like that too, bro.
Yeah, that's kind of creative.
Yeah,
use
it's
every
definitely
tool available to you.
Absolutely.
You know how we do.
Absolutely. Big shout out to my man Underdogs. I got Vegas Girl 92661 on here, and Cover That Spread's got some NCAA and NBA rankings posted on his page. So take a look at that, guys. Let's see what else. So what do you think about this Golden State coming into Brooklyn? I really like this Warriors team, bro.
Dude, you know what? They got to be, they're a little tired on the road. This is like their 4th road game. You got their schedule pulled up by any chance?
I can get it. Let's just take a look.
Let's pull it up. I want to say it's their 4th road game, and now you're talking about a back-to-back on top of it?
Yeah, and then coming down
Right,
to do their thing. So I just lost my whole screen, man.
Okay, hold on. I'm looking it up right now.
All right.
If you want to move on to the other game, we can come back to it.
You know what? I got it. Hold on 1 second. Golden State has, let's see, on the 24th. Dude, they've been on the road 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be their 6th game on the road since the 22nd of February. So you got that's 7 days, 8 days, bro. 6th game in 8 days on the road. That's a tough stretch, man.
Can't do it. Can't do it,
right?
Nor can I take the Nets. But if you guys are on it, good luck. God bless you. But I can't do it. And you know what I am liking again? Oh, I hate doing it because I did it yesterday, but we got punched in the face last time we tried it. But I like the under in this game as well again.
206.5 to 207.
You got 206?
Yeah, that's tough, man.
I kind of like it as I just don't see the Warriors. Even though the Warriors don't play no defense, that's their Achilles heel.
I know. That's what I was just about to say.
But Brooklyn don't score, so.
Real quick, guys, a free play I have from my man Red Eye Bets, who tears up the soccer. He's got Series A Roma plus a half. So I guess that's plus a half goal or whatever. So take a look at Roma at Series A. Take a look. I don't know what time's that game start, brother. Let the nation know, please. We got Phoenix coming into Miami. Miami's minus 2.5 points. Under over is 206.5 to basically 206.5 all across the board. This Miami team, I don't know what to make of them, man.
Dusty.
I know. They're really dusty, and it just seems like these are two teams. I was watching Miami the other night when they were playing. I forgot who they were playing. Damn, I forgot. But they ended up losing the game at the end. But tough game here, guys. I mean, good luck with this if you're getting your money involved in it. But that is something I am not doing. And dude, this is a really rough card tonight. I gotta be honest with you. You got the Clippers coming into Minnesota. Clippers are minus 3.5. Under over is 210 here. That Minnesota team is going to be pesky. I'm telling you right now. I've been telling you guys forever now that anytime you bet against them, it just seems like they're in the game. They'll sneak the victory. They'll lose by 2. It's tough. That team is tough, man. What are your thoughts on Minnesota, bro?
Well, they might be pesky. They've only won 13 games though, so they ain't been that pesky.
But they've been of recent though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's because most teams go in there given the spread's been like a football score. So the thing is with this team is I think Clippers got a little steam and a little momentum from yesterday. The spread's not that heavy as it's only minus 3. I like the Clippers, dude. I think the Clippers are going to come in here and beat them. I mean, yeah, I hear you with the pesty, playing good at home, but I mean, they only won 13 games playing.
Yeah.
They're 13-48.
Yeah. Let me just take a look at this preview here. I'd like to see what they're doing of recent. Let's see. The Clippers are 6-2 against the spread in the last 8 games, rocking a record of 39-21. But the Clips are 6-13 against the spread in the last 19 games on the road. Minnesota, here's what I'm talking about, dude. 4-1-1 against the spread in the last 6 games at home. So it's tough. It's tough. You know what? That's like my kryptonite, that game. I'm staying away from it.
Okay.
New Orleans coming into Dallas. Dallas -7. Here's another team I'm having a hard time figuring out is the Dallas Mavericks. You got Rondo mouthing off to the coach. You see that?
Yes, I did.
My man ain't having it. 197. He actually got suspended for a game because of that. So
Ron Dizzle, man, he's been having problems there ever since he got there. I thought it was a great acquisition. I didn't really know he was going to get there and act kind of like he's acting right now. But listen, when you got that nonsense going on, you are not going to win games.
No, sir. No, sir. Definitely not. Let's just take a look real quick at Dallas and see what they're doing in New Orleans. New Orleans is winners of 5 straight games and 5-0 against the spread in those last 5 games. 4-1 against the spread in the last 5 games on the road as well. Dallas rocking a 39-22 record, 4-0 straight up in the last 5 games at home, but they're 7-14-2 against the spread in the last 23 games at home. Damn, man, I can't find nothing today. I can't find nothing but my future parlay.
That's it.
And that's all I care about right now.
Hey, that's sometimes how it is, brother. There's no need to force it. Ain't no
Dude,
future.
I've been betting every day
I mean?
for like 2 weeks now. You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm going to kind of just fall back a little bit. Big shout out to Betting Bartender and Sylvia out there. Indiana Eric's out there. Moose Fire's out there. Red Eye Bets told me that game is at 2:45 Eastern Standard Time. So that may be something I may just tail lightly with him. We'll see what happens. Sean Lynch is out there. Hey, you know what? He's been tearing it up with the soccer, so we'll see.
Name me the goalie for Roma.
Oh, yeah, right, kid. Please. No. We also got a light hockey card tonight. You know what I may be doing? And you guys are all going to laugh at me. I may be watching Monday Night Raw tonight. Get ready for WrestleMania plays, dude.
Get yourself involved in movie night. We do have a light card on the ice tonight. We have the Rangers against the Predators, the Blackhawks against the Hurricanes, and the Sharks against the Canadians. But your boy likes the Blackhawks again. Yeah, I like the Blackhawks, brother.
I think they'll win too, but
Hurricanes are, Hurricanes, and I know the Hurricanes are a little bit. I know somebody will tell me the Canes are pesty, this, that, and the other, and I know you guys love an underdog. I don't know what it is. Gamblers love underdogs. I don't get that, but
I get it.
I see so many more guys who want to play underdogs than want to play favorites. I just when there's a point spread involved, I kind of understand it because you guys just want to be safe. You want to have 10 points in the bag, and you think that's going to be safe for you. Like in a game the Ohio State game last night. That's how you feel. But in some of the other aspects with the money line, and this goes along with my money line argument as well. You guys just take the underdog just because they're the underdog sometimes.
I understand the underdog philosophy, though. You're talking about points, right?
No, I'm not. No,
you're talking about money lines.
I'm saying in general, gamblers like taking the underdogs.
Well, sometimes they see an even matchup and they see their team plus points, like you had with the Spurs the other night. So, I understand it to a certain extent with picking your spots, but doing it every single night kind of makes me scratch my head a little bit, if that's what you're referring to.
No, I don't mean it in that sense either. I just mean it as, I see a lot of guys in there. A lot of guys are give me plays. I get plays from them. A lot of guys want to give me the, hey, Dream, be careful in this spot. Be careful. It's more. I rarely get, it's rarely I get somebody coming at me, and they come at me with a favorite, and they like favorites. I mostly get guys all over underdogs, heavy money lines, but plus heavy money lines. And I can tell you something. If a team is plus, just like you guys don't like a team minus a $500 money line, I don't like a team plus a $500 money line because 9 times out of 10, they're not winning. You know what I'm saying?
It depends on the situation.
Yeah, no,
I'm
no
a spot better
doubt.
with that.
I'm just saying, most of the time, though, that if you're plus a whole bunch of, like that dumb fight, the chick was plus 700. She wasn't winning.
Well, I got to be honest. Hey, dude, you know what? Everybody laughs at me or whatever, but some people are starting to pay attention to this. But, remember, I did hit the plus 800 the other night with the wrestling. I did hit it. Did. So, you know what? Hey, sometimes it happens, my brother. And it's been happening a little bit in hoop. been happening. I'm gonna actually go and research that. I think I'm gonna take like a half hour and go back maybe a month and see, anybody that's been laying, like a plus 500 or more, what the record's been. You know what I mean?
It's like I always say, though. Generally, the favorite is the better team. It's not. They're not a favorite just because, only because they're home or only because they've. It's because they're like, if you look at all their guys are better than the other team's guys. Yeah. That's why they're the favorite, and that's why I struggle, with taking the underdog, because it's like, why am I going to put my money on guys that I know are not as good as the guys that they're trying to play? I get, in sports, things can happen, and we've seen it a million times. I know what you're talking. I know I'm going to hear the argument. Underdogs win all the time. Yeah, I know. I've been watching football for 30 years, just like the rest of you. So I'm not stupid to that. I get it. But generally, though, for me, it's very hard for me to put money on an underdog, because that's exactly what they are. They're an underdog. In hockey, it's a goalie that's not as good, is in the goal. It's a defenseman that's not that great that's on the line. The other team's got a much better offensive line. I mean, those are the facts of the matter. It's not about, some guys act like, this team's a favorite just because they're home, or this team's a favorite just because, because they're Duke, they're a favorite. They're not a favorite just because they're Duke. They're a favorite because they're Duke and because they're dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you know what? It's not so much it has to do with the teams. I get it to a certain extent, but it's mostly numbers, dude. Duke is winning by an average of 12 points, let's say, and the other team is losing by an average of 12, so your spread is 12. Period. You know what I mean? That's I get that. I just don't, like I said, I don't get the concept of, a guy, somebody loving taking, an underdog in a situation that, it looks, dude, they're not going to win. It's telling you pretty much they're not going to win. They're not winning. Yeah, I get it. You
know what I mean?
I get it. But hey, we'll see where it ends up, man, and everybody's got their own style, you know what I mean? We're not by any means saying that, what you're doing is wrong, because you know what, a lot of people are successful at it, man.
A lot of people are successful.
It's just that, what we do something a little bit different. So,
right.
what, we all have our stuff, and I
get that you could do more, and you could do dogs, you could do a bunch of dogs, especially if you're money line them. You could play a bunch of them. All you got to do is hit one, and now you're reloaded to play a bunch of them again. So I understand that, I get that.
It's like playing a roulette table, baby.
For the most part, all you got to do is hit that.
So, yep, absolutely. You're hitting at 35-1, you know what I mean?
Hit that 8 one time.
Yeah, exactly. All right, man. So just finishing up with the ice here, and then we'll go through our leans, and then we'll get out of here for the day, because it's Monday, and Daddy's got a lot of work to do, because I got to get ready for Las Vegas in 2.5 weeks.
Yes, sir.
We got the Nashville Predators coming into the Rangers. Oh, tough game there, brother. Line is pretty much even money all across the board, dude, with that. The Rangers minus 110 is the best you can get on sportsbetterstv.com, and the Predators plus 105 if you wanted to get them as an underdog. But the Preds, maybe at a puck line plus 1.5 minus 280. I don't know, Dream. That's your department, not mine.
Yeah, I'm not on this game. The Rangers have been a little bit hot lately. The Predators have been a little bit suspecty lately. So, I mean, the Predators are good. You're my squad. I just like them at home. I don't like them on the road, and I don't love the Rangers at home. So that game was a stay-away game from me. As far as the total, nope, I don't even have a lean for that.
Okay.
I don't like it.
Big ups to my man Guy Shea out there for always retweeting our show and actually sharing our show with his audience, man. And we really appreciate that, brother. So you're liking the Blackhawks?
I like the Blackhawks tonight. They're going to be in the money line, and I'm not sure who I'm going to put it with, but I'm leaning, man. I'm looking Blackhawks, Toronto, Raptors, Blackhawks, Toronto, Raptors, and maybe even throwing in Virginia. It's going to be an ugly, ugly money line parlay.
or you could do the Kentucky, future. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but then I got to wait, and I already got Kentucky in, so I'm pretty good with that right now.
All right. The last game we have is the Canadians coming into the Sharks today. That line is pretty much even money. Canadians minus 109. The Sharks are plus 102 is the best you're going to find. Under-over is 5 on that game.
I can't tell you anything about this game. I don't get either one of these two teams. The Sharks, when I bet them, they win, they lose. When I bet against them, they win. The Canadians, the same thing. I can't get them dead right either. I think the Canadians do play a little bit better on the road than they do at home, which makes absolutely no sense. But, that's the way it is. And some teams, it's like that. Good luck with that. I've got no opinion here. Listen, go check out the First Lady of the Fake Fam, because this is her expertise. She loves hockey, not really mine. But I do like the Blackhawks tonight.
All right, cool. All right, man, so that's pretty much it, Dream. I think we knocked it out of the park with this show, brother. Always love doing the show with you, Dolo. You know what I'm saying? And rocking and rolling here, man. So, hey, sometimes we just rock on our own and break down all these games because the information, I mean, it's been pretty good as of late. The leans have been on point. The leans have been on point. So let's continue this, and I just hope, man, that everybody's out there cashing. That's all I got to say about that. So, Dream, what you taking for tonight, baby?
Hey, the lean, I don't know yet, guys, but I gave you the lean. I'm leaning definitely Chicago Blackhawks. I like them a lot. I like the Toronto Raptors. If you get them a money line situation, I like them as well. The Toronto Raptors over the Philadelphia 76ers, as the Raptors are dying for a win. On the college basketball side, these are leans, and you're going to have to wait. I'll get back to you later. Don't rush it. You guys know, 6:30, I'm in there, and I'll give you something. Whatever I do, I will put it out there for you. And I am going to cut down on the picks, guys, as, there's all kinds of legal ramifications behind that I don't need to be putting that out. But sometimes I get caught up in it when I hear, "Oh, you ain't making no money."
Yeah, right.
But anyway, nevertheless, as far as the leans in college basketball, we're gonna lean. I like Baylor, man. I don't know why. I just really like Baylor. Like I said, I think Texas is done. Who knows? I might get punched in the face. It might be stupid, but I like Baylor. And as I'm doing this show and I'm thinking about it, I'm talking myself into it even more. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see a money line parlay involving Baylor out there. But it does go against my philosophy as far as they are a road team. So be careful. And you guys know I'm on a tear. So all things that good, go up must come down. So keep that in mind and keep it in stride. I also have a lean towards Virginia to beat Syracuse. I think they can find a way to grind it out and get it done. Iowa State, I'm not going near, but I do like Iowa State to find a way to win that game. But I won't be betting that game at all either. If it's going to be anything, it's probably going to be Raptors, Baylor, and Blackhawks. That's how it's kind of looking right now.
That should pay incredible. That should pay really dope.
Yeah, that's how it's looking. We'll see. I'll put it together and I'll put it out later. Guys, thank you so much for your support and listening to the show. Want to send some big shout-outs to Betting the Dream, my man Dank, my man Rousey, Jonesy, Winning Picks, Almighty Kev, my man James, Champ, Beyond the Bets. The Kid is out there. What's happening, brother? MMA Rainmaker, what's going on? Premier Sports Company, I see you. Clown Man Swag is out there. Deeks Picks, Vegas Girl 92661 is out there. My man Randy Lockhart. What's up, brother? I haven't spoken to you in a minute. Send me a DM and catch up with me. Papa Smirk is out there as well. My boy Marlon, what's going on? I got Sports Attacks out there. Johnny Flipoff, my boy Ben, Skippy Picks, Dante, the Hockey Immortal, Gustavo's out there. Crush Your Book. Bartholomew Swaggart is out there as well. Damon Dazenberg, my boy Irvin, Rainmaker 512, AZ Wildcat 83, Tony Enap, AM Action, OJFB, Sleepy J, my boy JG Guerrero, and the whole team over there at NYI. My boy Vince Parker, Rick Lopez is out there, LVCC, Wicked Odds is out there, VK is out there as well, the Queen of Odds, Average Joe Punter, Nonstop Sports Picks, Spot Bet, $, Diner Mafia, Derek, and JCP Sports, just to name a few. So many more that I missed. So much love going on at SBTV. Thank you guys for all the support. I am the Dream. Always remember who you with. Make the most of each and every day, because you cannot get this time back.
All day long, brother. Guys, we are coming to Las Vegas in 2.5 weeks, man. We are doing our show at the Rouge Lounge in Las Vegas in the MGM Grand Casino. It's going to be 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 o'clock noon Vegas time. We're going to have the games popping. We're going to have a packed house. We're going to have myself, Dr. Dan, and the Dream on the airwaves. Friday, we're bringing in Rafael Esparza. We are bringing in the Queen of Odds as well. And then on Saturday, we are bringing Crush the Bookie and the entire Fake Fam on, rocking and rolling all day long on Saturday, man. We are looking forward to it. Guys, we are Sports Bettors TV. We are the biggest show in the world, period. That's it. We got Ben Stacks out there. We got Matty Fresh. We got Woodbine Fan. Andy Mack, Direct Sports Solution. Cover That Spread. Slim Daddy Wins. Philly Picks. Eric Anderson. Sergio Rodriguez. Jason Riley. Nicholas J. Rob Alabaster. Marlon. I got Doc. I got what his awesome profile picture. Oh, God. I laugh every time I see that, brother. OJFB. I got J. Rich the Mayor. James Harrelson. Underdog. Sean Lynch. Sylvia. Betting Bartender. Tony Enab. Rick Lopez. Jim Rohn is a douche. And the list goes on and on. Guys, we are Sports Bettors TV. We love you to death. Go out there. Go easy. Especially with this nasty card tonight. But get that money. Let's go.
Peace.